Good morning. Again, we are here to talk about some fun stuff and fun stuff to do at home, fun stuff to do in the community, and just fun stuff overall, just to get your creative juices going, right? Again, this is Michael Judkins. I'm a behavioral sports specialist with Lehigh Valley Adult Services. Of course, you guys all know my face. And today I'm going to do a quick short video on creative writing, right? And expressing yourself through writing. So for some of you know, and some of you that don't know, I've been a writer since about high school. High school is actually when I started creative writing, and it's been a number of years passed by since high school, but I continue to creative write and continue to write, and that led to me publishing material to poetry collections and a children's book. And I wanted to share with you guys, especially on a therapeutic level, on the power of creative writing and what can do and to enhance your own stability and your own calmness, but it also helps soothe you and is a great effective coping skill. So let's dive right into it. So one, what is creative writing? Right? So I'm not going to give you the definition in the Webster term, but I'm going to break it down to what creative writing is. Creative writing is a process that helps the individual explore the fascinations of their imaginative mind, right? And create something from that. So, when we think about creative writing, we're thinking more in the sense of stories, right? And whether they're fictional or non-fictional, or true or not true, but they're stories. And one thing about stories is that they help people realize something or help people obtain something, right? Whether that be education, wisdom, whether that be knowing how to love, knowing how what not to love, what to do, what not to do, right? So these are some bases of storytelling, right? So when we think about creative writing, we're thinking about how can I get what I'm thinking in my mind of a story and get it on a piece of paper and writing in such a way so where people understand it. And even if you're not writing, excuse me, for a wider audience and you're just writing for yourself, it's still an effective tool to use to say like, hey, what do I want to write and how I'm writing, even if you're freestyle writing, right? It's the thoughts that come into your mind that you want to put into paper and to bring that sense of relief. And that's what creative writing can do. And it's done that for me for many, many, many years. That's my coping skill. That's one of my coping skills. So, with that being said, what is the main thing you need to write, right? So, I'm going to give you a tip. One piece of paper and one pencil. That's all we need, right? In today's world with technology, if you have a smartphone, tablet, laptop, desktop, each of those devices have a notepad on them. You can click notepad and use that as your creative writing tool. And hence, if you use a journal, paper journal, you can use that for a creative writing tool. Another method you can use, if you're like me sometimes, you have a piece of paper, you can fold it in half. Voila. Now I got an instant book that I can start writing whatever I want to write. Okay, cool. Tip number two, what to write, right? We all think about what to write, what not to write. The thing about creative writing, you can write anything that you want to do, anything that you want to express it to do. One of the tips I learned about creative writing when I started writing is getting a piece of paper like this, and I'm not the best visual artist. That's the next lesson coming up. And you will take a line. Hopefully you can see this if it's not too much glare. You would take a line, draw it down the middle. You label it 1 and 2, right? So a line coming down the middle, label it 1 and 2. And on each side, you would just write whatever thoughts that pop up into your mind. And the whole idea is that if you fill each column, you're pretty much writing your first story. And it can help you even when thinking about um, what to write or I don't know how to write. It's not about knowing. You don't have to be a PhD or a rocket scientist to creative write. It's just really getting your thoughts from your mind into a paper that's going to help you cope with a situation, and whether that situation be positive or negative, it can help relieve some added stress from you just writing things down. So if you do it from both columns, right, you write all your thoughts that you're thinking for today, and you say, oh, I'm thinking about fish, I'm thinking about cats, I'm thinking about the cat in the hat. You just write those thoughts down, and then as you're writing those thoughts down, especially with creative writing, those thoughts is going to start to motivate you and start to make you feel good, and then you're going to see how you can build upon those thoughts to create your own individual story. All right. So hopefully that helped, and hopefully you understand that creative writing is a really, really effective tool, especially in the therapeutic community, and it can help you relieve some added stress, especially during this time of year. Again, my name is Michael Judkins. I'm a behavioral sports specialist with Lehigh Valley Adult Services, and thank you for watching my video.